It was a foggy, foggy Halloween night. The Fat Controller had sent Percy to work with his friend Alfie. Percy was glad he would be with a friend on Halloween. Alfie was on a night job. He was helping mend the road through Maythwaite Forest. Percy had arrived during the workman's tea break. Kelly was going to tell a Halloween story.
I hope it's not too spooky,
said Percy.
Me too, said Alfie.
He didn't like being scared either. Rubbish, snarled Max. It's just a story, sneered Monty. Shh, said Jack. Then Kelly began. Once upon a time there was an old steam truck. He was very cross. Someone had taken one of his headlamps, and everyone listened quietly as Kelly told the story of the one-eyed truck. And finally, the one-eyed truck chased the loader into the deepest, darkest part of the forest. Then what happened? Asked Isabella. Luckily, the loader got away, but according to legend, the one-eyed truck still wanders the forest, blowing his whistle and looking for a headlamp, whispered Kelly. Maybe he wants yours. That was the best story yet, said Jack.
I hope I never meet the one-eyed truck, gulped Alfie. Me too, cried Percy.
Stuff and nonsense, rattled Monty. Coffee break's over, said Kelly. Back to work. Percy liked working with Alfie. Alfie is small, so is Percy. Alfie is green, so is Percy. They were having a wonderful time, but Max and Monty were up to mischief. It's the one-eyed truck, cried Max. Scaredy, scaredy, teased Monty. Stop that, boomed Jack. Pick on someone your own size. Max and Monty just laughed. Later, Max and Monty had settled down. Take these loads to the tip in the forest, said the foreman. And be careful, it's very dark. Yes, sir, said Monty and Max, and they left. As they drove deeper into the forest, it got darker and darker. The woods were full of spooky shapes and shadows. It was very scary. Suddenly, Max and Monty didn't feel so brave. What was that? Clattered Max. An owl, said Monty. I hope. And that? Cried Max. I don't know, said Monty. It was just a fox, but Monty and Max didn't know that. They had just arrived at the dump when suddenly they heard a shrill whistle. Then they saw a single headlamp through the trees. It's the one-eyed truck, shouted Monty. They dumped their loads and raced away as fast as their wheels could carry them. He's after us, cried Max. It's the one-eyed truck, yelped Monty. There is no one-eyed truck, said Kelly. It's just a story, chuffed Alfie. Well, what's behind us then? Said Monty. It's Thomas, said the foreman. Thomas! Percy cried happily. Hello, Percy, called Thomas. The Fat Controller sent me with some more freight cars. Monty and Max felt silly. They went a beautiful shade of red. But everybody else had a good laugh, especially Alfie and Percy.